How y'all doing, family? This is Chris Rival Media TV, and I'm going to be coming to you with this news. Coming to you from CNN Politics. And it looks like Trump will be taking $3.6 billion from the military, the budget for the military, to pay for his wall. But family, I thought some years back, when Trump was running for office and shit like that, I remember he said Mexico was going to pay for that wall, right? If I'm not mistaken, I remember he said that. He kept saying it. And then Mexico came out and said, I'm not paying for shit. You heard me? So, that's what it is, though. Well, let's get into this. Got this video right quick. And apparently lawmakers they're furious. So, let me play this quick video for y'all, family.
The president is moving on his promise to take Department of Defense funds and repurpose them for his border wall. Defense Secretary Mark Esper has authorized $3.6 billion in military construction funds to instead be used on fencing along the southern border. And according to the Defense Department, this means 127 military construction projects will be put on hold. Paul Rieckhoff is an Iraq War veteran. He's the founder and executive director of the Iraq and Afghanistan Veterans of America. And Esper has said, Paul, that the money is necessary. He says it's necessary to support, quote, the use of armed forces in connection with the national emergency. Is that true?
Well, that's not what the money was authorized for. There's plenty of ways to pay for a wall, and you can do it without raiding the Pentagon. It's not the Pentagon budget is not a political piggy bank that you can shatter when you want to fund a political project. This money was authorized for other things by Congress in a bipartisan way. So it's outrageous, it's unprecedented, and it's bad for our national security and bad for our troops. These are construction projects that would have been funded, that money is now going to go toward the wall. And let's put this in real-time perspective. There are military bases in Savannah, Georgia, Hunter Army Airfield, Fort Benning, Fort Stewart. Those are going to get hit by this hurricane, and they're going to need construction costs, and they're not going to have them because the money is instead going toward the border wall. So this is really politicization of our troops and the military at its worst, and it's really just bad for everybody.
Well, that's the thing, is it inserts the military into a partisan policy. I wonder what you think the long-term effect of that, considering we've seen this in other places as well, including just troops being on the border. What do you think the long-term impact of that is?
It's terrible. It's terrible for our national security. It's terrible for our politics. You're a military spouse. You know.
I don't know why this shit keeps stopping, family.
You know firsthand how important construction projects are, military schools, and if you can go and raid the money for that to fund a political project, and this isn't really even about the wall. It's about the
Excuse me, family. I don't know why this shit keeps stopping.
The president should not be allowed to dip into the Pentagon budget and fund something else. And so, even if you want to fund the wall, find somewhere else to do it. Don't snatch that money away from our troops. And construction.
Oh, I see. Wow. Hold on, family. Shit.
Costs when we're about to get hit by a hurricane just underscore how outrageous this is. My podcast always talks about issues that should make everyone angry, no matter what your background. If you're not angry about this, you're really not paying attention. And I hope that the president will think otherwise. And Esper, maybe you should resign over this. I mean, normal secretaries of defense would draw a line and say, no way. He needs to stand up. Folks in the Pentagon need to stand up right now for our military spouses and for our military families.
So, these people are mad, the lawmakers are mad because Trump he gonna get his wall. Let him have his wall. Let him have his wall. Let him have his wall, because it's gonna prove that, he done wasted $3.6 billion on a fucking wall that people don't even use. They're not gonna use that shit. They're not gonna use that shit. They're still gonna be able to get drugs in this country. They're still gonna have people getting into this country illegally. They have so many other ways. And he think the wall is gonna block them from coming? Come on, man. This motherfucker is retarded, but I'm gonna get into this passage right quick. It says the Pentagon announcement that it will divert $3.6 billion in military construction funds to help fund President Donald Trump border wall has sparked bipartisan anger from lawmakers who learned Wednesday that their states will be impacted by the decision. Domestically, just under $1.8 billion is being shifted away from projects in 23 states and 3 U.S. territories. Additionally, the Pentagon will defer more than $1.8 billion in military construction projects overseas to free up over $3.6 billion to fund for 11 wall projects on the southern border with Mexico, according to the complete list obtained by CNN Wednesday. Say in total, 127 domestic and overseas projects are being put on hold to help fund the wall that Trump initially promised would be paid for by Mexico, like I stated early. Because he kept saying, Mexico gonna pay for this wall. Mexico is gonna pay for this wall. Mexico gonna pay for this wall. Mexico ain't paying for shit. Mexico already told Trump they ain't paying for shit. They say among the sites affected are facilities used to store hazardous waste, repair Navy ships, and conduct cyber operations that had been identified as being in need of repair or additional construction. Puerto Rico was among the hardest hit of all U.S. states and territories, and Puerto Rico still need help. It's still doing bad. They haven't bounced back yet. They still have blue tarp on the top of their roofs. It shouldn't be like that. And this big dummy didn't know Puerto Rico was a part of the United States. How stupid can you be to not know that? How stupid can you be? It says Puerto Rico was, it was already read that. All right, yeah. As it will see more than $400 million in funding for a planned military construction projects diverted to the wall under the Pentagon's plan. Trump has consistently sparred with Puerto Rico's officials while he's been in office following 2017 Hurricane Maria. Most of the projects in Puerto Rico are a result of Hurricane Maria, a senior U.S. defense official told CNN. He said, we've got a rebuild effort that we have ongoing here, and I mentioned these projects aren't scheduled to award for more than a year. These are projects that we have on the list, something we can use now and backfill. We've got time to do that. Overseas, $771 million in projects at various locations in Europe will be impacted. These projects, including airfield upgrades and staging areas in Eastern Europe, are meant to improve the defense of U.S. allies from Russian threats. All these projects are important to us, but we also have to respond to the emergency we've been directed to respond to on the southwest border. The senior U.S. defense official said Wednesday, projects on the list have either existing capabilities or temporary solutions to mitigate any delays. All projects on the list are important, and we will work with Congress to support them. The officials say, while adding that there are no guarantees that the money will in fact be backfilled. They're already letting you know. There are no guarantees that money gonna be back what it was for before he took the money. So they can never see that money again. That Trump that he just took from them. Defense officials say Wednesday that there is no guarantee any of the money will be replaced, like I just said, for domestic or overseas projects on Tuesday. Chief Pentagon spokesperson Jonathan Hoffman said the Defense Department will not be seeking congressional funds to backfill the reprogrammed funding for overseas projects. Bipartisan criticism, the Pentagon notified individual lawmakers from states that will be impacted Wednesday, sparkling bipartisan criticism. Said Utah's Republican Senator Mitt Romney and Mike Lee expressed their concerns in a joint statement after learning military construction funds for projects at Hill Air Force Base will be reprogrammed. Specifically, they were told that $26 million will be diverted from Hill AFB composite aircraft antenna collaboration facility, and another $28 million from the Utah Test and Training Range Consolidated Mission Control. In April, Senator Lee and I expressed our significant concerns to the Secretary of Defense regarding to the potential diversion of funds for critical military construction projects in Utah. Romney said, "I am disappointed that despite those concerns, two key military construction projects totaling $54 million will be delayed as a result of the February 2019 emergency declaration." And that's Iran. It says, U.S. signals it may block France-Iran plan as it offers millions to boost pressure. Congress has been ceding far too much power to the executive branch for decades, and it is far past time for Congress to restore the proper balance of power between the three branches. Lee said, "We should start the process by passing the Article 1 Act, which would correct the imbalances caused by the National Emergency Act," Lee added. Virginia's Democratic Senator Tim Kaine and Mark Warner said Wednesday that the Pentagon's informed them of 4 military construction projects in their state will lose really more than $77 million in funds due to the Pentagon's decision to divert that money towards building President Donald Trump border wall. In Virginia, the following projects will be affected: Cyber Operations Facility at Joint Base Langley Estes will lose $10 million. Navy Ships Maintenance Facility Portsmouth will lose $26 million and $126,000. A project of replace a hazard materials warehouse in Norfolk will lose $18,500,000. A project to replace a hazard materials warehouse in Portsmouth will lose $22,500,000. The decision by the president to divert funding meant to support U.S. national security interests so that he can build a border wall will only make us less safe. Warner said in a statement, taking money away from our military, including funding to support critical projects in Virginia, will mean are less equipped to tackle threats here at home and abroad. Oh man, but you the same motherfuckers that voted for him. Now y'all mad because he's determined to get this damn wall up. And you think Trump cares? Trump don't give a damn about nobody but his damn self. He only care what he want. You know what I'm saying? And he gonna make sure you get it. Trump is determined to get this wall up, family. He is determined to get this wall up. He want these fucking Mexicans out of here. He want to block all that shit. Well, family, I'm going to put the link down in the description. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Subscribe to the channel, smash the like button. I'll be back with another one. Love y'all, family. I'm out.